busy. What's up guys, it's John here at Daddy Directive, and today I'm going to talk about a few things that you need to be doing at the delivery room when you're delivering your baby as a husband or a birthing partner. This is part of my delivery room series where I talk about the things that you should be doing and should not be doing. So if you haven't seen the video where I talk about 9 things that you should not be doing in the delivery room, check it out using the link in the descriptions below. But before you move on to the list of what you should be doing in the delivery room, I would like to ask that you hit that like button to really help with the YouTube algorithm for this video. And if you're a new viewer, welcome to the channel, and consider subscribing as I'll be sharing tips and information that will be helpful for parents and expecting parents out there. The first on this list is that you get ready for a long wait. Very rarely that you will get a contraction, go to the hospital, and you deliver a baby right away. In fact, if this is your first baby, the average duration until you deliver a baby could be anywhere between 12 to 24 hours. It's a substantial amount of wait time, so get ready for the wait. The second thing on this list is to provide your wife with both emotional and practical support. The emotional support part is a given and obvious. You want to encourage her and provide her a comfort mentally and psychologically so she feels stable throughout the whole process. But there are ways that you could also provide her with a practical support. An example of practical support could be providing her with some ice chips. You could also be her hands and feet by fetching things for her or anything that she may need. Especially if she's on an epidural, she will not be able to move much from her bed. And the third thing on this list is actually something for yourself. You want to make sure that you eat well throughout this whole process. So you want to make sure you actually have the energy when it comes to crunch time of actually delivering the baby. And when I say eat well, I'm not saying go get yourself a buffet of food. I'm saying making sure that you have just enough that you don't actually collapse from lack of energy. Quick note to make sure that you don't eat anything that is too smelly. Some moms can get quite nauseated because they get very sensitive to smell. And the fourth thing on this list is to make sure that you take some short naps in between during the wait to recoup some of the energy. You want to make sure that you have the energy and that you stay awake during that crunch time at the very end of delivering the baby. Just make sure that when you do go to sleep that you set an alarm frequently enough that you'd be able to wake yourself up, because if your wife is on an epidural, she won't be very mobile from her bed and she would not be able to wake you up. And next on this list is to make sure that you ask questions and that you advocate for your wife. Many things happen in the delivery room and things can get quite hectic, and especially for your wife who's going through so much. So it is your responsibility to understand and know in advance what your wife wants and advocate for her. For example, if the medical staff is recommending a C-section, but your wife wanted a natural birth, you want to make sure that if there is any other option before they move on to the C-section, the only way you'd know this is if you actually have a conversation with your wife. So before your delivery day, make sure that you actually have a conversation and find out what you do want and what you do not want. Next on the list of things that you could do in the delivery room is to watch the screen that monitors your wife's contractions. By letting her know verbally when the contraction is coming and when it is subsiding, it will give her a sense of control during the whole process in which that she may feel out of control. And that little bit of encouragement may be able to help her push through the whole process. If you're uneasy about certain things such as sight of blood and such, make sure you prepare yourself beforehand and know your limits, because the last thing that you want to do in the delivery room is to pass out and have one of the medical staffs be taken away from your wife to attend to you. And the last thing on this list is not something necessary that you do on the day at the delivery room, but it is something that you should definitely do in preparation for the delivery. And that is to prepare for the delivery. And what I mean by that is to make sure that you have a good understanding of how to do the breathing exercises so you can help your wife breathe through the process, because the breathing exercises definitely do help with the pain management. You also need to have a deep conversation by sitting down with your wife and understanding exactly what she does or does not want when it comes to C-section, natural birth, or epidural, or any other kind of pain medications. Guys, I hope the information provided to you was helpful, and if you found any value in this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. If you would like to find out more information in preparation for the delivery, there will be a playlist that will come out at the end of this video that deals with all the information that you may need in preparation for your delivery. As always, thank you very much for watching and happy parenting.